Frank, go for it. Galen, Scott Agnes, Fieldhouse Files. I'm just curious, what was it like to have that competitive juices?
Damn. Head down. Like, damn. No eye contact. Damn.
Running through you once again, even though and then also putting on a show as someone who knows the fans are here to see you.
Watch that reaction closely. That moment tells you everything you need to know. Look at her face the instant she realizes who's speaking. That isn't shock, not even close. That's instant recognition, followed by a full body shift in energy. Her smile drops. Her eyes dart away. She refuses to look in his direction. The entire atmosphere flips in seconds. The man asking the question? Scott Agnes of Fieldhouse Files, the reporter who's been on the Indiana Fever beat all year long. And here's the wild part: Caitlin Clark clearly wants nothing to do with him. Not a little. Not at all.
Lynn, I'm Caroline Collins from Visit St. Pete Clearwater over here. Hi, great job out there.
Damn! Look at that. Look at that smile. Lighting up like a Christmas tree.
Today, just wanted to ask you if you and your teammates got to do anything fun in the St. Pete Clearwater.
Look at that, dude. The whole entire time this woman's asking the question, Caitlin Clark's making perfect eye contact with her.
Just wanted to ask you if you and your teammates got to do anything fun in the St. Pete Clearwater area and just what you think of this beautiful place.
Now take a look at this next moment from that very same press conference. Literally just minutes later, a different reporter steps up, and suddenly it's like a whole new Caitlin Clark is in the room. She maintains steady eye contact the entire time. A genuine smile spreads across her face. She leans in, fully engaged. She even shares detailed stories about her family trips to St. Petersburg. The contrast couldn't be sharper. Same event, same day, same Caitlin Clark. Yet the energy is completely opposite. So, what did Scott Agnes do to earn that icy reception earlier? This isn't about her being tired or having a rough day. No, it's clearly targeted, personal, specific.
Oh, goodness. Folks, you ever have that one person that you'll be around, whether it's at work, right? Whether it was at school growing up, maybe a family reunion, a family gathering, a get-together, the in-law shows up, the cousin shows up, the uncle, the aunt, and then just instantly, as soon as they arrive, the energy just shifts, right? As soon as they show up, a dark cloud just comes hovering around that environment. Sometimes it even trickles down to you, right? You at work, you won't be disrespectful, but you'll be short, you'll be brief, hard to crack a smile, hard to garner any type of...
Think about this for a second. How do you react when someone you genuinely like suddenly appears? Like a friend you haven't seen in ages walking into your office. Your face lights up instantly. You're energized, excited, just genuinely happy to see them, right? That's human nature. Those first reactions are instinctive, almost impossible to control. Now, flip the scenario. What happens when someone you don't trust shows up? Maybe it's that coworker who threw you under the bus or a family member who always causes drama. Your body language changes immediately. Your answers get shorter. Smiling feels forced. You're polite, sure you have to be, but warmth is nowhere to be found. That's exactly what we're seeing here. Caitlin's a professional, no doubt. She answered the question, but with Scott Agnes, she's giving nothing beyond the absolute bare minimum.
What exactly transpired? I'm not going to give you some stills. Let's get it in its full context, shall we?
With it.
Frank, go for it. Galen, Scott Agnes, Fieldhouse Files. I'm just curious, what was it like to have that competitive juices?
Damn. Head down. Like, damn. No eye contact. Damn.
Running through you once again, even though and then also putting on a show as someone who knows the fans are here to see you.
Just look at her body language while he's asking his question. Her head dips down. She avoids eye contact completely. Her eyes stay glued to the floor the entire time he's speaking. And when she finally responds, it's purely mechanical, no energy, no engagement. She's just going through the motions, trying to move on to the next reporter as quickly as possible. Now compare that to her interaction with the reporter from Visit St. Pete Clearwater. This is someone she's never met before, yet she maintains direct eye contact. She's smiling even before the introduction is over. She's animated, offering extra details about her family's connection to the area. That's what genuine engagement looks like. The difference isn't familiarity, it's trust. And Scott Agnes clearly lost it in her...
Bringing a darkness with them, a dark cloud with them. That's one. She probably didn't like that. Number two, Scott Agnes taking it upon himself to reveal an injury that the team was actively hiding. And that created even more division within the fan base. Caitlin Clark has to be looking at him like, dude, the amount of shit you did to the fans that follow me, the amount of division that you cause within the fan base that follows me, I'm gonna have to let you feel it a little bit, Scott. You're not getting any cosigns out of me. You don't think Caitlin Clark knows who is?
So what happened? Why is one of the WNBA's brightest stars treating a beat reporter who's covered her team all season like he's radioactive? Well, two incidents really stand out, and both caused major controversy among Fever fans. The first, back in July 2024, involved Scott Agnes publishing an article labeling Caitlin Clark's fans as the dark side. And he wasn't talking about a few bad actors or isolated accounts. He literally framed the entire wave of new support Caitlin brought to the WNBA as a negative force, a dark cloud over the league. From Caitlin's perspective, think about it. You're a rookie who just shattered attendance records, drove unprecedented viewership for women's basketball, and generated more mainstream attention for the league than maybe anyone since Diana Taurasi. And the reporter covering your team publicly disparages the very fans who show up to the games, buy jerseys, and financially support the league? That's not analysis. That's not constructive critique. That's alienating your base. Caitlin is smart enough to recognize that narrative not only undermines her brand, but also risks dividing the community she's worked so hard to build around her.
Caitlin, I'm Caroline Collins from Visit St. Pete Clearwater over here. Hi, great job out there.
Damn! Look at that! Look at that smile! Lighting up like a Christmas tree.
Today, just wanted to ask you if you and your teammates got to do anything fun in the St. Pete Clearwater.
Look at that, dude. The whole entire time this woman's asking the question, Caitlin Clark's making perfect eye contact with her.
Just wanted to ask you if you and your teammates got to do anything fun in the St. Pete Clearwater area and just what you think of this beautiful place.
But here's the thing that wasn't even the biggest issue. The second incident cut way deeper because it boiled down to trust and professional boundaries. During the 2024 season, the Indiana Fever were hiding an injury to one of their key players. Teams do this all the time. It's strategic. You don't want opponents knowing your weaknesses, and you certainly don't want media speculation to become a major distraction. The organization deliberately kept that information internal. Yet Scott Agnes broke the story anyway, publishing all the details behind a page. He exposed something the team explicitly wanted to remain private. You could argue this is good journalism. Reporters should break news, hold teams accountable, and give fans information. That's a totally valid perspective, but from Caitlin Clark's viewpoint, it sends a different signal. She and her teammates now know they can't fully trust him with sensitive information. Anything shared off the record could end up published because that's his job. This is the inherent tension between media access and coverage. Both sides have valid arguments. From Scott's side, he did what beat reporters are supposed to do: break news, provide insider content, deliver value to subscribers. The injury revelation wasn't malicious, and the dark side comment, while poorly phrased, came from his observations of some toxic behavior in certain fan communities. He wasn't trying to sabotage Caitlin or the Fever, he was just covering the team. But from Caitlin's perspective, this reporter is creating division within her fan base and exposing team strategy that could hurt their competitive advantage. These aren't abstract concerns, they have real consequences. Fans fighting each other, opponents knowing hidden injuries. These things affect the team. So go back and watch that press conference clip. Caitlin isn't being cold for no reason. She's making a calculated choice about how much warmth and access to give someone who's burned bridges with her organization. Notice she still answers his question. She fulfills her media obligations, but there's zero enthusiasm. No personal anecdotes, no extra details, just the minimum required. Then she moves on. That's maturity. She could have refused his question or publicly called him out. Instead, she's distant, polite, and ice-cold, a clear signal. Without stirring drama. From a media dynamics perspective, this is fascinating. Caitlin is arguably the most media-savvy player in the WNBA. She understands her brand, works carefully with journalists who support her narrative, and is conscious of her public image. Treating Scott Agnes this way is intentional. She knows people will notice the contrast between how she engages with him versus other reporters. She knows the clips will circulate, and she's fine with that because the message outweighs any minor awkwardness. The message is simple. If you divide my fan base or expose sensitive team info, you don't get the friendly version of Mew. Get professionalism and nothing more. Other reporters covering the Fever are watching. They see that crossing certain lines has consequences. The difference between thoughtful, detailed answers and the bare minimum is leveraged Caitlin using her star power to shape access. Is it good?